Hello, welcome to Anime Mystics. I'm Roman, and tonight I am watching Yuru Yuri episode 10. So, last episode we had, I guess you can call it a Halloween episode. It started off with, like zombies and stuff like that in the opening, where they're given the introduction to the episode. Then they told some scary stories, although they weren't that scary. So I guess maybe they were just stories. Then they showed the student council, where we were introduced to the president. Apparently she talks, but the only person who can understand her is I think it's a science teacher. Definitely a science teacher. She was apparently kicked out of her room because she blew it up. So she went to the student council room to see if she can do some of her experiments there, saying as how the president helps her out when she needs it. Give me a second. Yuru Yuri. I need to get the names up because I cannot remember anybody's names to save my life. Okay. Ayano and Chitose went off to go and do something. So the teacher, whose name I do not know, and the president, is this it? Rise? Yes, Rise. She stayed behind doing paperwork, and that's when the teacher came in saying, "Oh, well, they kicked me out of my room because I blew it up too many times, and I need to. Is it alright if I use this room to do some of my experiments?" And they're like, "Well, I mean, if you don't blow it up, then sure." So she starts doing, mixing chemicals, and she's talking to the president, who again talks so low that nobody can really understand her except for the teacher, who knows exactly what she's saying. I don't know if that's because she actually hears what she's saying or if she's just really good at reading lips. But she knows what she's saying. I believe the other girls, Kyoko, Akari, and Yui, and Chinatsu. They all went, I think. They were going to go to the student council room. I know Kyoko wanted to go because they had ice cream. The others wanted to go, I think, because it's supposedly cooler in that room. And it's pretty warm in their club room. Plus, I think they wanted to try to scare somebody, which didn't exactly work out. They went into... Nah, they weren't. I think they were just hanging out. They went to the room, saw the president there, thought she was like a ghost, so ran off. Akari ends up falling, and they leave her. And then they don't come back till like towards the end of the episode, after the teacher has already blown up the room, and Chitose and Ayano return back. That's when they find out, oh, it's just the president. Then they're on their way back to their club room after Kyoko stole Ayano's rum raisin ice cream. And they see Akari coming like towards them with Sakurako and Himawari, because they're wondering what happened to her, because she fell and then that was the last they saw of her. And she's telling them, I've been with these two the entire time. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Which freaked them out, because now it's like they were with a ghost. or some kind of spirit that was just taking her form, and they ran off. It was a funny episode. I know I don't do it justice by explaining any of it, but it was funny. Anyway, we only got a couple more episodes left for this season. I think there's 12 episodes, so we're on episode 10, which means we got 2 more after this, and then we can start season 2, which I think I still have to download. Either way, it's still going to be like 3 weeks before we start episode 1 of season 2, so we still got a bit. Anyway, let's get into this episode so we can see what happens. Oh yeah, it also turns out that the president has been around them for a while. Like, she actually went to the beach with them. I am assuming that is the person that was doing stuff off screen. They never showed her face. They just showed her, like, reach her hands up to give, I think it was Chitose. Yeah, like, napkins and stuff when her nose is bleeding. Stuff like that. Anyway. Video is going to be located over here. And the link to the reaction is going to be in the description down below. And we're going to start this episode in 3, 2, 1.